250. This is the last race of the regular season for the Nascar Craftsman Truck Series. Right now, Ty Majeski continues to lead, and it is the first time he has led laps in the last 10 races. Guys, it's been one of those seasons for Ty Majeski. Shocking to think he hasn't gone to victory lane yet, but tonight he could stop that dry spell.
Yeah, Jamie, we thought a couple weeks back in Indianapolis Raceway Park that would be the race where it really got rolling for him, and maybe a little bit of a disappointing night for what we expect of Ty Majeski in a short track. Tonight, so far, though, this is more the Ty Majeski that we come to expect, and you know, he mentioned it earlier, this is the perfect time to start doing that, right? The week before the playoffs, carry that momentum into the playoffs, and no matter how the night works out right now for him, to show this speed that he's got, that's going to be important for that team.
Well, we showed Daniel Henry, one of our playoff contenders, issues early. Todd, what are they seeing?
Yeah, Jamie, a bad night went to a worse night for Daniel. Because he had a flat tire and he had to drive it all the way around the racetrack. It really drove the sway bar off of the truck. I just spoke to crew chief Kevin Bellecourt. He said that there's really no sense of going back on the track. They're in the playoffs. They don't need to go back. But they're going back in this race to use this as a test for their short track program because of the races coming up in the playoffs.
So they'll continue trying to work, but this is where you have to just be thankful that they're in, they won, they're locked in, and they're going to move forward. Think about 2 weeks from now when we kick off the playoffs.
Yeah, I like the strategy, right? Go out there and use this as a test session. Use it to learn. Kevin Bellecourt's only been working with Daniel Henry for 2 races now. It's every opportunity you have to get everybody on the same wavelength in terms of communication and what's going on. Not just the driver, but the pit crew, everybody utilize it.
Wow, just driving away from them. Only truck getting down in the 24-second bracket. The second fastest truck, lap in and lap out, is this 34 of Lane Riggs, the yellow truck. And there you see, working the bottom, getting around some lap traffic, is Corey Hobson. What a pace that 98 is setting out front.
2-second lead over Corey Heim, and Lane Riggs is slowly reeling in Corey Heim for that second spot.
There's that number 34 truck. You can see that 11 just ahead, getting bigger and bigger. Andres Delara there in the 44, losing a lap early. He's running 24th.
Andres Perez, one of the many headlines this week. A lot of news going through the truck series. He was released from Spire. They allowed him to go look elsewhere, and he landed at Nice Motorsports. So the truck looks very similar to the 77 he's been in all year long. And now it'll be the 44 moving forward through the rest of the season.
Mexico City, Mexico, getting used to this new team.
That's a lot to figure out.
Yes.
We just raced last weekend. You just had a few days to get in the shop, learn kind of the lingo and how things go. What is it like for a driver to just change teams like that? Different protocols and things you have to learn to be up to speed.
It's overwhelming, Jamie, and you know, when you think about it from a perspective of a rookie, it's even more overwhelming, right? You're out there, you've just figured out the team that you've got, and now all of a sudden you got to figure out an entirely new group of guys. You got to go to a new shop, understand their systems, how they work with things. As we look right now at a nice battle with Tyler Ankerman, Ben Rhodes, and Ben trying to work his way forward as best as he can right now.
I like how he's using that outside groove. You got to look around. It's so hard to pass. These trucks are so equal. I think Tyler Ankerman, like what Ben did so much, he decided he'd do it himself. Run up there and take that lane away. That's what I love about this racetrack. You've got options. If you can make a move up top, then you've got the lane to do it up there. As you see, Sammy Smith on the left.
Battle for fourth on the left.
Yeah, getting side by side with Crafton.
Battle for 12th on the right. Ben Rhodes, we talked about, only 11 points out coming into this race, and he told me this morning, my focus is just on stage points. We got to lock ourselves in with stage points, and the rest will figure itself out. As a 2-time champion, you know, he knows these pressure situations.
Well, and as we mentioned, Ben, right, in that battle for 12, 2 positions ahead of him is going to be his teammate, Jake Garcia. And listen, even on stage 1, we're halfway through the first stage right now, exactly 35 to go, but 1 point swing one way or the other could become massive for these guys as he does complete the pass finally on Tyler Ankerman. You know that Ben in the truck, he's thinking about that. They don't have to tell him that, Michael. He knows exactly. He can see the 13 truck a little ways ahead of him.
And look how good that truck's handling. He got right to the bottom, was able to accelerate hard off turn 2. I think he's got a truck he can go race for the win with, and he knows knows he's got to beat tonight. He's probably thinking at this point, as good as that truck looks, I'm going to beat them all. I'm going to win this darn race.
He was going for it in qualifying, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Got into the wall. He went so wide. You never can tell, though. The team went to work, patched her up. She looks perfect.
If that's the only scratch on the truck at the end of the night, it's been a really good night.
See Tyler Ankrum there in Ben's Tire Tracks. He's a great short track racer. And there's
Nice
the
side by
battle
side.
for position.
Sammy Smith has really been moving his way forward here as this run goes on, and I mentioned a moment ago that we were halfway through, and now we're a little past that. We're almost we're at lap 39 of this stage, and this is when you really see who's going to have a truck that can go in the long run, and who managed to tire strong, who's not slipping and sliding on the long times, Michael. And Sammy Smith, with all of his experience in Richmond, not only in trucks, but as well as Xfinity Series.
That's what I was saying, yeah.